Hello and welcome to another episode of That Boy Was Busy, exclusively here on the Markout Moments YouTube channel. I'm Pondwater Dave. Thank you for joining me for what's going to be a fun little snapshot of October 1980 with the immortal Hulk Hogan. Um, Hulk Hogan always had a reputation that he didn't work that much late in his career. But in 1980, he was extremely busy. He worked 21 matches in the month of October. And he had a little time off, though. So, I mean, it was really 21 matches in probably 21 days. Uh, he had a unique look in 1980 with the mushroom cloud chest hair. He had a lot of his hair, probably legitimately weighed probably 320, 340. Uh, and then in Japan, he tag teamed with Ron Starr, Paul Orndorff. He's going to tag team with Jimmy Garvin. There's a lot of interesting combinations. So let's just jump right into it. I want to thank Cage Match for documenting all this stuff. Let's start right off with October the 3rd of 1980. He had not yet gone to Japan, but Hulk Hogan versus Pedro Morales ended in a double disqualification. This was in the Highland High School gym in Blackwood, New Jersey. Then on the 4th, Andre the Giant defeats Hulk Hogan in 8 minutes and 4 seconds in the Boston Garden, Boston, Massachusetts. Then we don't see Hulk Hogan again until the 10th, but now he is in Japan. Best 2 out of 3 falls, Hulk Hogan and Ron Starr defeat Antonio Inoki and Kengo Kimura. This is going to be a fun episode with me butchering the Japanese wrestlers' names. I'll apologize in advance for that. This was for New Japan, and this was an event in the Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Then on the 11th, Hulk Hogan defeats Strong Kobayashi in 4 minutes and 29 seconds. This is in Ishioka, Ibaraki, Japan. This is going to be so much fun. All right. Then on October the 12th, best 2 out of 3 falls, Chavo Guerrero, Hulk Hogan, and Paul Orndorff defeat Antonio Inoki, Osamu Kido, and Tatsumi Fujinami. 2 falls to 1, 20 minutes, 35 seconds. This was in the town gymnasium in Funhiki, Fukushima, Japan. That Chavo Guerrero, by the way, is not the one that played with Pepe. This was Chavo Classic. This was the dad. All right, October the 13th, Hulk Hogan defeats Seiji Sakaguchi in 4 minutes, 44 seconds in the Welfare North Hall in Joetsu, Niigata, Japan. On October 14th, best 2 out of 3 falls, Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Garvin before he was gorgeous, and Paul Orndorff defeated Antonio Inoki, Kengo Kimura, and Fujinami. 2 falls to 1, 17 minutes, 5 seconds. This was in the City Gymnasium in Ryotsu, Niigata, Japan. On the 15th, Hulk Hogan defeats Riki Chosu. This was in Gosen, Niigata, Japan. Then we have on the 16th, best 2 out of 3 falls, Hulk Hogan, Ron Starr, and Steve Keirn. Steve Keirn, that was Skinner. That was one of the fabulous ones. But in 1980, he was tag teaming with Hulk Hogan and Ron Starr in Japan, defeating Antonio Inoki, Kantaro Hoshino, and Riki Chosu. I mean, they're going over some really big names in Japan. October 17th, 1980, Hulk Hogan defeats Strong Kobayashi in 3 minutes, 43 seconds in Yamato, Kanagawa, Japan. Then on the 19th, best 2 out of 3 falls, again, Chavo Guerrero, Hulk Hogan, and Paul Orndorff defeat Antonio Inoki, Kengo Kimura, and Riki Chosu. This was in Sajo Ihame, Japan. I picked a hell of a month, didn't I? October 19th. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Chavo Guerrero, Hulk Hogan, and Paul Orndorff defeat Antonio Inoki, Kengo Kimura, and Ricky Chosu at the City Gymnasium in Sajo in Hime, Japan. I think I did that one twice. But it's live, so that's where we're going to have it. October 20th, 1980, Hulk Hogan defeats CG Sakaguchi in 5 minutes 55 seconds in Wakayama, Japan. On the 21st, best 2 out of 3 falls. Antonio Inoki, Kantaro Hoshino, and CG Sakaguchi defeat Hulk Hogan, Jim Garvin, and Paul Orndorff 2 falls to 1, 15 minutes and 12 seconds in Izumo, Shimane, Japan. On the 22nd, Hulk Hogan defeats Ricky Chosu in Fukuoka, Japan. October 24th, Hulk Hogan and Ron Starr defeat Ricky Choso and Fujinami. 9 minutes 56 seconds in Naha, Okinawa, Japan. October the 25th, 1980, Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Garvin defeat CG Sakaguchi and Strong Kobayashi in 9 minutes in Okinawa, Japan. On the 27th of October, we have a 6-man tag team, 2 out of 3 falls. Antonio Inoki, Osamu Kido, and Tatsumi Fujinami defeat Hulk Hogan, Jim Garvin, and Paul Orndorff in 13 minutes, 29 seconds. This is in Niyaji, Oita, Japan. October 28th, 1980, best 2 out of 3 falls. Antonio Inoki and Ricky Chosu defeat Hulk Hogan and Ron Starr. This takes place in Wakamatsu, Fukuoka, Japan. Oh, goodness. You notice at the beginning of the tour that Hogan was getting a lot of wins. His teams were getting a lot of wins, and here towards the end of this tour, they're not getting the wins. So it's kind of interesting. October 29th, 1980, Hulk Hogan versus CG Sakaguchi, a double count out at 7:34 in Takeo Saga, Japan. Then on October 30th, 1980, Hulk Hogan defeats Tatsumi Fujinami, 6 minutes 34 seconds in the Kumamoto, Japan, in the City Gymnasium in Kumamoto, Japan. Now we're going to go and we're going to look at Halloween night to finish this episode up. October 31st, 1980, Hulk Hogan defeats Strong Kobayashi, 6 minutes 53 seconds in the City Gymnasium in Izumi, Kagoshima, Japan. And the tour continues all through November. So that boy was definitely busy. And I'm normally only going to do it 1 month, but what the heck? I got y'all here. Let's pick this thing up on November 2nd, 1980. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Antonio Inoki, Ricky Chosu, and CG Sakaguchi defeat Hulk Hogan, Paul Orndorff, and Ron Starr. 2 falls to 1, 13 minutes, 3 seconds. In the Shimizuka parking lot in Kasuga, Aichi, Japan. On November the 3rd, 1980, NWF heavyweight title, Antonio Inoki's the champion, defeats Hulk Hogan in 13 minutes and 19 seconds in Tokyo, Japan. On the 4th of November, 1980, Hulk Hogan defeats CG Sakaguchi by countout, 6 minutes, 55 seconds in Gunma, Japan. On the 5th, Hulk Hogan defeats Ricky Chosu in Tobimai, Japan. On the 6th, best 2 out of 3 falls. Inoki, Chosu defeat Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff. 13 minutes, 14 seconds. And this is in Sume, Japan. Then we have on the They don't work anymore until the 21st. So they're not that busy. They're not busy at this part of November. 11/21/1980, the MSG Tag League in 1980. Hulk Hogan and Stan Hansen defeat Tiger, Jeet Singh, and Uminosuke Ueda by disqualification in 6 minutes and 50 seconds. This is New Japan's first Madison Square Garden Tag League, but it was in Yokohama, Japan, which is kind of interesting. On the 22nd, Hulk Hogan defeats Seiji Sakaguchi by count out at 6:20 in Shizuoka, Japan. Now we're going to be back in the on the 24th. We're going to do another MSG Tag League. Hulk Hogan and Stan Hansen defeat Seiji Sakaguchi and Strong Kobayashi, 9 minutes 50 seconds. This is in Aomori, Japan. Then on the 25th of November, best 2 out of 3 falls. Antonio Inoki, Seiji Sakaguchi, and Strong Kobayashi defeat Bad News Allen, who will later become Bad News Brown, Hulk Hogan, and Stan Hansen. This took place in Aomori, Japan. It's listed as part of the Madison Square Garden Tag League. Then on the 26th, we're still in the MSG Tag League. Hulk Hogan and Stan Hansen defeat Bad News Allen and Willem Ruska. This took place in Hirosaki, Aomori, Japan. On the 27th, as part of the MSG Tag League, Hulk Hogan and Stan Hansen defeat Kentaro Hoshino and Riki Chosu in 4 minutes and 27 seconds. This took place in Fukushima, Japan. And on the 28th, still part of the MSG Tag League, Andre the Giant and the Hangman versus Hulk Hogan and Stan Hansen was a double count out at 12 minutes and 55 seconds. I'm thinking the Hangman would have been Bobby Jaggers. I don't know for a fact. No, it was not Bobby Jaggers. It was also Big John, the Quebec Lumberjack, Jean-Pierre Lassalle, Super Destroyer, Towering Inferno. So it was not Bobby Jaggers. But they went to a double count out in Miyagi, Japan. And then on the 29th of 11/29 of 1980, Hulk Hogan defeats Kengo Kimura in Shizuoka, somewhere in Japan. It was in Shizuoka, Japan. Then on November 30th, we have a 6-man tag team match, best 2 out of 3 falls. Hulk Hogan, Rene Goulet, and Stan Hansen defeat Antonio Inoki, Osamu Kido, and Strong Kobayashi in 15 minutes and 7 seconds, 2 falls to 1. In the City Gymnasium in Okazaki, Japan. So there you go. We've covered 2 months for Hulk Hogan, and he spent some time in Japan, working pretty regular and working with some big hitters. I mean, it don't get any bigger than Antonio Inoki in Japan. Got to work with Andre the Giant. Did a lot of tag teaming with Stan Hansen. Did a lot of tag teaming with Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, before he was Mr. Wonderful. Did a lot of tag teaming with Jimmy Garvin. Thought it was pretty cool, man. Hulk Hogan, if you get a chance, go into look in YouTube, do Hulk Hogan Japan and watch it because Hogan could work. When Hulkamania kicked off, Hogan did not have to do the wrestling that he did in Japan. I mean, and he did it in the territories as well. I mean, I'll circle back and do Hogan again early in his career. He was making towns, and while later in his career you didn't think that he wrestled that much, he didn't have to. But in 1980, that boy was busy. Looking over in the chat, Dave in the QC popped in. Ben Jones from Australia. How about that? But I wanted to jump on tonight, give you a snapshot of what was going on. We started off with the greatest of all time. I'm surely, on that same Mount Rushmore, Hulk Hogan definitely belongs up there. And I want to shine a little light that the kind of schedule that he kept up back in the day might explain, that kind of pace for that many years explains why his body's so broken down. It's my understanding that he's had a little health issue this week, and we're pulling for the Hulkster. We hope he pulls through. Anyway, I'm Pondwater Dave. This is Mark Out Moments. That boy was busy. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you soon right here on Mark Out Moments YouTube channel. Good night.